Brian Russell y con Greg Ostertag. Bueno, de alguna manera esto se puede hacer frente a SAC. Ahí estamos, 33-35 en el marcador. Lanzamiento. Para el ordenador de la liga. El ordenador de la liga se la pasó acá el balón. Y al final posesión de balón en ataque otra vez para el Sacramento Kings. Esta de Bobby Jackson. Canasta creo que de Thunderbird. Y antes una canasta de 4.50 para que acabe. Balón en ataque para Chocolate Blanco Williams. Lanzamiento de 3. Pues está haciendo una primera parte muy buena.
Es un jugador que se ha perdido únicamente 3 o 4 partidos.
Ahí, otra vez, sigue. Este es el triple anterior de Bobby Jackson. Estamos viendo la jugada, ¿no? Ahí.
Sí, llega Jackson.
Uy, va, se salió. Crotty falló. Y al final balón en ataque ya para Bobby Jackson. Canasta de Chris Webber.
Hay que ver la repetición, ¿no? Aquí Jackson se ha ido muy bien, ha evitado la falta anterior. Y salta por encima de Webber, no vemos lo que hace Stockton.
Espectáculo de jugador. Bobby Jackson, lanzamiento de Bobby Jackson pisando. Sí, Webber le está marcando a animal.
Sí, y permanece Turkoglu en el quinteto de Sacramento.
Sí, ya lo hemos visto. Ahí estamos. Posesión de balón en ataque ya para que la lance.
Idea de entrar en pista.
Ahí tenemos a Bobby Jackson, hasta adentro Bobby Jackson, canasta. John Stockton, marcado por Bobby Jackson. Ahí está jugando la John Stockton, con el balón para llevar.
Nos salía la ayuda, había encontrado a Pollard solo debajo de canasta.
Sí.
Esta es la bandeja, cómo sube el balón. Preciosa.
Es un jugador, Daniel, que es un poco incomprensible.
Things in the fourth quarter at the end of the game that you can't do. Hey!
Webber tried the thunder dunk, didn't go. Jackson got the kickback. For you M&M fans. Swift, 4-on-4. Strohmeyer moved on Webber. Chris, a couple of blocks here early. And this one's the easiest deuce of the night for Jackson. Pulled out again. Gooden tried to find Battier in Vlade's hands so quick. Beautiful bounce, Christina Jackson. Especially the last one for Bobby Jackson.
And that through 3 guys. Amazing pass, Kings up 5.
Sweet bounce by Chris. Piece with the Strohmeyer swim shot. Christie back in the lineup. Finds Stojakovic, who was terrific in the early going. Battier cannot draw the charge, as he did so often at Duke.
The ground. He's athletic. He can get to the rim. He can shoot from outside, but he's aggressive as well. He doesn't just rely.
Jackson's been fine this year. He's the last thing that's been a problem with the Sacramento team. On cue, he makes the steal and the pass to Stojakovic. To start the season, so Chris really hasn't played a lot of basketball this year, coming back from his nagging preseason abdominal strain. Talk about Webber. Watch him in action here.
And a lot of people criticize him too for taking those shots. He's a big guy. How do we let these guys get back in this game and the shots for them become harder?
I think it was first intended for Webber, and it resulted in the turnover. Battier turned Jackson away. Bobby comes back. Franchise that has not had any success to speak of. Jackson, tough shot.
Woo! On him. You can't let him get a running start. And Bobby Jackson right here, thought Mike got even hit on the left hand. Tough shot. Always want to look to push. Doesn't mean you have to rush a shot. If you have something, take it.
2-on-1, Peja, Jackson, Stojakovic. Change this early, and West said no, not at all. They need to get away from blaming and collectively look at themselves.
Absolute must. And Keon Clark with the offensive rebound. Just snatched it over Ray Flynn. Bobby Jackson's zone, nothing particularly tricky. And open is Jackson. And that will help. Bobby Jackson, a corner 3. Yes. Jackson is open. This is for a tie. Yes. So off the steal. Numbers the other way. 4-on-1. And a foul. Puts that one in the bucket. And you
Nowitzki able to challenge it, but can't make it. Nowitzki then loses the basketball on the open floor. Jim Jackson, watch the strength. There's a good foul. Normally you...
Christie. Jackson, a 3. Gotta have it. Yes! Bob to back. Oh, no, that's basically an automatic 2-point situation. Christie, Jackson, A three, looking for the tie. Yes! Off the glass! Oh, my goodness gracious! What a contest!
Now watch Bobby Jackson. Not sure what he wants to do. Pulls up for three. Nowitzki runs at him off the window. I don't know if I believe what I saw, but I saw it, so I got to believe it. Did he call it? Of course he didn't. He called it a three-pointer, Grant.
Bobby, go on the line. Now he has Nowitzki on him. Bobby goes right by, sets up Divac. Bobby Jackson playing like Oscar Robertson out there. Without their two big men. Divac is fouled out. He'll sit next to Weber.
Well, we just saw the great Minnesota Timberwolves have certainly fought their way back into this game. And the worst part about it is you see Jackson from Chris. Great hustle play by Matt Barnes. But watch this great look over the top. Doug Christie, we see that with Peyton Stojakovic so much. That time he's about... After this quarter, Jackson. Griffin comes over, tough shot by Bobby. Bobby Jackson! Wow! Jackson! 14 big points off the Kings bench. And they'll take an 82-76 lead into the fourth.
Brown not able to hit. Final seconds of this first quarter. Here's Stojakovic for three with 9.
Like other than Manu Ginobili, that the Spurs perimeter guys can make plays off of that defensive rotation.
Bobby Jackson playing his own long rebounds and 8 assists. Sangala with the steal. Here comes Jackson putting the speed on. Bobby
has done to them. Most of it in the half court. That was their first fast break bucket.
Parker lost it. Jackson, yes.
6 in field goal percentage defense, but they do create some turnovers, and when they do, they've got so many guys who can shoot the ball, and that's what skills, and they run a great scheme thanks to their coach.
See the strip right there by Sangala, then it turns it into a fast break, 1-on-1 or 1-on-4.
Shot clock to 7. Jackson for 3.
That Adelman doesn't want to get too often, but how about this guy? He comes in, he just puts his head down, decides he's going to make something happen from somewhere on the floor. That time it was order. See what's happening. They're hitting Duncan and spotting up now like we talked about before. No cuts the last time down.
Parker trying to go behind the back. Here's Jackson with Ginobili back. Jackson.
Away the angle to the basket on the long outlet pass, and then Bobby Jackson finds a creative way of going underneath, reversing it up, and completing the basket. This is not an easy basketball shot. Malik Rose come up, he's sneaking up behind to send a screen on the defender, Bobby Jackson. Well, as he sets the screen, Jackson hits the deck. While he's on the floor, San Antonio keeps playing. Jackson gets up, runs down to the other end of the floor, and then is the recipient of the Miller long outlet, and then avoids Ginobili to complete the play.
On this Spurs offense all night.
You and Mark, I mean, you're entitled to mistakes, both of you.
Jackson for 3.
He's just a 60-something% free throw shooter.
Jackson, he's been hot.
Well, these are one of those times that you start second-guessing after the ball's out of his hands. Bruce Bowen goes right to the hand. I mean, this is hand-on-hand right at the end, and he pulls Bobby Jackson down as the ball goes in. A possible 4-point play.
Sacramento, 7 of 8 from downtown in the second half. So
About that last shot from the corner. Spurs with an excellent defensive possession, rotating, putting pressure on the shot.
I'm going to slow down this dynamic force, Taylor.
Stojakovic, Miller with a touch, and now Bobby Jackson launching and hitting the 3. It was one of the best right there in Bobby Jackson.
They've been turning the ball over so much without Chris Webber. They don't have that comfort zone. The margin of error so very, very slim.
Darius Sangala is a perfect 3 for 3 since coming in. That's not far on the miss. Bobby Jackson ahead to Stojakovic on the run out.
He's going to be more dominant than Shaquille O'Neal. So Shaq has the inside game. Yao has the outside. He'll learn the inside game.
First 2 shot by the Rockets in the game. Houston with a 5-point lead. That shot by Bobby Jackson.
Sacramento can't be without Bobby Jackson, who is just torching everybody. Again, the quick shooting capabilities of Bobby Jackson, of Peja Stojakovic, Mike Bibby for Sacramento, and Maurice Taylor. Who's going to stop him? He's calling out the Kings front line.
And Chris Webber returning sometime. Bobby Jackson hits. Have to really establish command in this game. Alley-oop, tough pass for Francis. Had to throw over 2 defenders to get it there.
It was just too low. Steve Francis remarkably even had any kind of play on it. What a pass.
From Miller to Jackson. That's in the East. Tipped away by Vlade Divac, Bibby, Jackson in a 2-on-1, and Bibby with the layup.
Block shot.
Yep. Taylor nothing there with a scoop. Stojakovic ahead to Jackson.
The ball had no chance whatsoever to go in, but I wasn't thinking bank. This is a good shot. That's block. That should count. Bobby Jackson. Now on the superimposed clock that we had, it looked to be good.
Yes, it did. Boy, what tough defense. Jackson had to relay.
In his hand, the red light on, wave it up. That was their first lead since 18-17, way back in the first.
Bobby Jackson splits the double team. Tough shot. That's a technical.
The ball is blocked by Kelvin Cato.
7 and 4 turnovers for the Rockets.
Houston's got to make it happen quick because nobody is really playing well for them.
Miller from the outside. And it's in play to Scott Padgett. Padgett shovels the ball under to Taylor. Stolen by Sacramento. And can add to the points off turnovers total. But this guy. Sacramento protects the ball, makes their free throws. They're a tough team. Clear path to the basket foul, so it's 1 shot and the ball.
Years backing up John Stockton in Utah on those Western Conference champion Jazz teams. Jackson over Isley. Isley the drop to Jahidi White, the former Georgetown Hoya, tried to throw it down and almost helped knock it out.
I think a hand came up through the basket.
Jackson goes all the way and lays it in.
NBA over those 35 years, pretty remarkable.
That's right, Jim. Only the Lakers, Boston, San Antonio, Portland better. Zarko Chaparkapa back in after he has had to sit out 22 Minneapolis at the World Basketball Championships a year ago. Isley has it knocked away. Here is Jackson. 2.
He played until he was like 40 years old over there.
Here is Jackson going right. And taken away by Peeler. And back come the Kings. Christie, the low bounce at 2 for Jackson. Apollo, a draft night trade with San Antonio. Peeler comes through the lane, or excuse me, Jackson.
You know, Stoudemire progressing and Marion being one of the better small forwards in the West. If Joe Johnson becomes the guy who gives you 17 a night.
Think about the wide open 3 for Bobby Jackson last time.
Look at the penetration, 1 pass. Oh, another pass. Oh, that's wide open. I'll take that one.
2 points tonight.
I was just going to say, if they want to stay in this thing in the second half, they're going to have to get more out of Sean Marion. Obviously, they got the first half. And you see the dribble penetration right here, and then just the kick out. And it's too late. You know, that is too late. And then, you know what? These were almost locked when he jumped, and still was able to jump up and cram it.
Bobby Jackson, a great first half. On the switch, almost lost it, got it back, and got the hoop. And the steal by Jackson, who is fouled by Sean.
Mike Bibby dribbles it high, and then I don't know if somebody thought.
冇乜角度啊，咁啊呢個玻璃籃板咧，俾阿 Pau 個蘇咧搶翻嘅。咁啊，波比積神好快攻上去。好啦，咁啊睇下加數啦，引到夾擊喎，掟翻過嚟呢一邊，有一個 open look 唔係，再抄翻去另外一邊。啊咁啊，俾阿貝蘭高冇着數啊，扯翻出嚟，再交翻過嚟奇里士頓。哇！直情成個身體平衡俾人撥走呢個波3打2嘅快攻啊！波比積神入接分翻出嚟，米克米勒3分球有。遲到一隊職業球隊只能夠講咗咁多嘢。咁啊，如果以今季啦，佢哋球迷呢一下啦，好似來季都有今年咁嘅安排就係而家，咪埋唔到佢啊，咁啊再回翻俾佢。前面啊，俾連頓莊臣咧閘住個位啊，連頓莊臣咧俾佢仰過咗喎，米克米勒唔射，交翻過嚟，波比積神，哇！暫停38-31。暫時係主隊黃蜂領先，MEMPHIS Bobby Jackson 咗網友都係交分俾阿加數，加數今次走咗嚟高位嚇，而家加分第三節到最後2分鐘，真係阿加數真係踩翻出嚟外線，拉空一邊俾佢打得孤立戰術 ，ISO 啦，谷好耐攝住中間，唔俾佢咧帶過嚟右邊，逼住交嚟角落頭，波俾加數，今次咧拉咗佢出嚟，但係咧中間冇路去啊，逼佢係走左邊，今次右邊射入到個位 ，Bobby Jackson 連中。奇里士頓嗱，奇里士頓都可以引得3個人夾擊，不過呢個波咧就差翻出嚟，哇！俾波佢即神偷到啦，單刀直入搞掂。奇里而家灰熊隊而家嗰啲進攻模式啦，係比較適合佢嘅，應該話咧係黃蜂隊啊，咁啊即係揾到佢即係啱佢打嘅模式啊。入攝分翻落嚟籃底。波比之神今晚佢都打得好啊，21分。即係啊，索晒氣嘅啫。黃蜂隊佢哋啊喺最上嗰7、8次進攻啦。睇翻頭先啊，波比即神搞掂咗，繼續係啊，而家都係呢個模式啊。好啦，跟住咧，奇里士頓鏟到埋中間，完成唔到啦。好啦，分翻波出嚟，波比即神角落頭有米蘭啊，波比即神呢一度咧加。